in this video, I'm going to be doing more Halloween spooky themed projects because it's October and that's what I wanted to do. 2 weeks ago, I did do a video using hobbii yarn. In that video, I made a really cute purple oversized sweater with their yarn, and honestly, it turned out so good and I absolutely love it. I should probably be wearing it right now. In that video, I did do a little yarn haul of all the yarn that I got, and in today's video, I'm going to be using more of that yarn. For this video, I'm going to be making spooky crochet projects. So no clothing or apparel or any tapestry project. I just finished this bag, which is on my Patreon. The first yarn that I'm going to be using is this one here. It is the Halloween Friends ribbon print. Now what I like about this one is it's this flat type of yarn, and I think it's so neat. The colors are orange, purple, and black. I ended up picking up this yarn because I thought it was so neat, and I don't know exactly what I want to make with it yet. I was thinking about a tote bag, but I just made a tote bag. But what if I make like one of those mesh tote bags that I'm obsessed with, that I use all the time? I have like my everyday tote bag, which is like my purse, and I keep stuff in it. But if I go thrifting or to a yarn store, I need a bag to put that stuff in. I'm thinking this one here, I'm gonna do some sort of bag with it. I think that's gonna look so good. I love having a mesh bag. Mesh bags are like my favorite, and I just think that this yarn is gonna look so neat doing it. The other yarn that I'm gonna be using in this video are these ones here. They are the Halloween Honey Bunny Candy, okay? So they look kind of like this. I thought that these were so cute. They are these like velour, velvety types of yarn. And even though like I don't use these yarns particularly, I just thought that these look so good together. And my idea for these is I want to make a pillow. I know. I don't really make pillows, but I think that this would look so good as a pillow, like a pillowcase, right? And then I'll put a pillow inside. I just thought that these would look so good together. I don't know how big the pillow is going to be due to the fact I have 2 of these. Kind of thinking maybe like a granny square. Every other row is a different color, and then I'll go as far as I can go. Thinking like these for the pillow, and then I'm probably going to get some black fabric, do a lining for the pillow, because the thing is if I make a pillow, the pillows are usually white that I'm going to put inside. I don't want the white peeking through, so I think that doing a lining for the pillowcase will also be a good idea. At this moment in time, those are the 2 projects that I really want to focus on. We'll see how long they take me to make, and if I have time to make more projects, or if I think of more projects to make, I'll do that too. If you're new to my channel and you like crocheting and yarn and thrifting in the 80s and like all that jazz, why not hit the subscribe button? I've decided that I'm going to make the pillow first, just because it's a little later in the day and I haven't done any crocheting, but like I'm not ready just to sit and watch TV yet. So I think I'm just gonna start with the pillow, and then that way I can see how much yarn I use from this and then go from there. So I have to use a 7, which is the biggest one. I was kind of thinking to myself, I'm like, I don't have a 7 crochet hook. Like, what am I gonna do? I don't have a 7. And then I realized that the largest hook that my BWA hooks come with is a 7. I think I want to do purple in the middle. It's so weird, honestly, using this type of yarn. I'm not used to using like this chunky yarn. This is how far I've gotten. Honestly, it looks like the floor of a roller rink, and I'm in absolute love of it. I love it so much. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop here for this side. I want the pillow to be, I would like it to be bigger than this. However, I don't want to make it too big and then run out of yarn for the second half. I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna cut the yarn, and then I'm gonna start the second one, and then I'm gonna see how far I get for that and see how much yarn I have. I feel like I haven't used a lot, but because I'm not used to using this type of yarn, I'm really not 100% sure how far I can go. I was just crocheting, and then that happened. That wasn't on me, by the way. I didn't snap it apart. Yeah, that's what happened. Interesting. Well, I'm almost at the point where I left off on the first panel, and I still have some yarn left. I still have a good amount of yarn left. You know what I should have done? I should have done opposite, and then I would have definitely had enough yarn. I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take this one apart, because I don't know if this is going to be enough to do 2 more rows, but I definitely want a bigger pillow than this. Like, this is just a little bit too small for me. Like, I want like a nice big pillow. So my thought is, if I take this one apart and then do it opposite. So instead of starting with purple, we start with the black color. And then that way, each row will have the same amount. Because right now I'm using more black yarn than I am purple, because the purple yarn I started with the smallest row, this row smaller than that row, and this row smaller than that row, and this row smaller than that row. You know what I mean? So I figure if they're opposite, because they're going to be two different sides of the pillow, so it doesn't really matter what side's what, right? But I figure that if they're opposite, then I'm going to have the same amount of yarn for each square. You know what I mean? I don't want to keep going and realize I'm not going to have enough yarn, because I think for purple, I might be able to do an extra row on each, but I don't think that this is going to be enough black to do an extra row of each. So that's the plan. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop doing this one. I'm going to go do this one now, and then we'll see how much yarn I have, because I have a feeling that I can get maybe 8 rows. 7 for sure, but maybe 8. We'll have to see, but I'm loving these colors. Really glad that I ended up doing the reverse. I was able to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It looks like there's just a bunch of sprinkles everywhere. I was able to do 8 rows, but also what's good about having a little bit left over is I can sew them together. But I think I'm gonna stop for now. It's 10 o'clock and I'm a little tired and I don't really wanna crochet anymore. But I think tomorrow what I'll do is I'll sew them together, and then I have to find a pillow and I have to make a pillowcase for that pillow. Hopefully at least get it all sewn together tomorrow and then start my next project. So now I'm going to work on this. I've never used this yarn before. I have used flat yarn, but this is like a tube. Doesn't really have a lot of stretch on it, but I didn't even read what it is. Let's see. It asks me to use a 12mm crochet hook. Don't think that's necessary. And it is made out of 100% cotton. I've decided to change up the bag design. Instead, I want to do like a flat bottom bag, and then that way I can put like projects in it and everything, but I also don't want to make it too big because again, I'm limited to how much yarn I have. I've gotten about this much. I only have like this much yarn left of the first one, and I'd have to get the second one, but I'm not 100% in love with how this is looking. I just don't know if I want to continue this. I think the yarn is just too heavy to make a basket with it. I don't know. I always thought like thicker yarn would be better for a basket, but honestly, I'm just not happy with it. I feel like there's better use of this yarn, and this isn't it. Kind of thinking of just going back to the original idea I had, a mesh bag. Hi, Totoro. You're on everything. Update on my crochet projects. Also, I'm using my Halloween crochet project yarn bag because I think it's so cute. Here's the thing. I'm really bad at finishing a crochet project and then starting a new one. I only got these ones done. Wow, these are actually so... This is so fun. I still have some yarn left over, not enough to do another row on each, unfortunately. Then I'm working on this bag. I restarted it just because I didn't like how it was looking. I was kind of hoping to make like one of those like basket kind of bags, but just the yarn is very, very dense and very heavy. It doesn't feel like it should be dense. It looks very lightweight. It is a very heavy yarn once you start crocheting. So I just did double crochets. I think it looks pretty good. I'm going to Crochet Club now. That's why I have to film this now before I go there, because then I'll probably be done it. But like you saw, all I'm doing is just double crochets around and around and around and around and around. And I don't know how much footage y'all want to watch me doing that. I'm going to keep going until I probably get to the handles, and then I'll probably show you what I'm doing for the handles. I do think I'm going to need another one, and then I'll still have some left over, so I don't know what I want to do with it. Part of me kind of wants to make another little bag, but we're gonna have to see how this one turns out. I don't know what I thought. I really don't know what I thought this yarn was gonna turn out like. Don't think I thought it was gonna look like this. I kind of wish I would have got the other color too. The other one was this one here. The main color was black and not orange. I have seen people make these really cute ribbon purses. They look really cute. They're like small. They do them with like a single crochet, so maybe I'll make like a cute little bag as well. But yeah, that's where I am right now. I'm hoping to get the bag pretty much done at Crochet Club today. I'll see how it goes at Crochet Club. Like if I get this bag pretty much all done, maybe I'll start a cute little bag, maybe. I don't know. That's the update of these little Halloween projects right now, and we'll see if I add any more to it. Depends on, I guess, how this bag goes and if I can think of anything else to use this yarn with. At Crochet Club today, I was able to get the main bag done. I still need to add the handles. I didn't because I want to show you how I'm doing the handles, and so I cut the yarn and I started a new bag. I know. This one here was done in double crochets and chaining one, and this one here is all single crochets. I kind of want to make into like a cute little bag, and I only have like this much left, so I am going to have to use a third one of these, which I do have. I don't want to go too far. I only want to go like maybe to here, and then I want to have like a nice chunky handle. And then I don't know if I'm going to put a lining in here or not. I think a lining would be good because then I could use the bag to, you know, put crochet hooks in, maybe a pencil case, like a cute little purse pencil case. That would be adorable. Yeah, so I am just going to continue crocheting this bag until I run out of yarn, and then I'll have to go get more yarn. I think I'm at the point where I want to add the cute little handles. I kind of want this more of like a clutch kind of bag, kind of like this. Never done a bag like this, so this is like new to me. I'm gonna do one strap, chain a bunch and then go over, and then single crochet back, and then like slip stitch into the edge. Let's just chain a bunch. It's gonna go, I think, like here. Do you think 30 is going to be enough? This side, what I did is I folded it in half and I counted 4 in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to put it in this side here so it matches, and I'm going to slip stitch it. Okay. And then I'm going to slip stitch, or I'm going to single crochet into the next stitch. And then I'm going to single crochet in all the stitches all the way back up to this side. I was so close of getting this bag done. I think I had 10 single crochets left on the handle. That's it for the yarn, which means I have to tie in new yarn. And I didn't want to do that. It's fine. It is what it is. This bag is done. Now I am just going to finish up this bag and just put some like straps on it. I went to Fabricland because I wanted to find fabric to make a pillowcase for the pillow that's going in the pillowcase that I made, if that makes any sense. I ended up finding this really nice velvety black material, and I think it'd be perfect to make a pillowcase out of. And while I was there, I decided to look at the ribbons because I kind of want to add it to that cute little purse I made. I just wove in all the ends for this, and now what I'm going to do is with the black yarn and my yarn needle, I am just going to mattress stitch this together. Not happening with this yarn. I was planning on mattress stitching with the same yarn, but I was just realizing that if I were to do that, you saw how kind of like difficult that was. I feel like maybe I would get to here and then it would like break apart, because this type of yarn can break. Like I can just like snap it in half, right? Yarn normally doesn't do that. So I'm gonna just go get some black regular yarn. Now I'm just gonna do all the way around until I get to here, and then I'm gonna stop here, and then I'm gonna make the pillowcase, I'm gonna get the pillow, and I'm gonna do all of that. And then when the pillow's inside, I'm gonna finish stitching it up. Now for anybody wondering, oh, what if I need to clean the pillow? Well, I'll just cut the yarn, take the pillow out, clean it, put the pillow back in, get some random black yarn, and sew it back up again. Yesterday I went to the Dollarama, and this was literally the only pillow that I can find. I'm going to cut it open and take the stuffing out. And what sucks is that I went to Len's Mills the other day, knowing that I was gonna make a pillow, and then just completely forgot to buy a pillow for it. There's the stuffing. I'm just gonna put this aside. Okay, so I need it to be a little bit bigger than that. Okay, so we'll do this. Okay. And then I'm gonna fold that over, continue cutting down this line. gonna flip this. Fold this over. Now this doesn't have to look perfect because it is going inside of a pillow. It's a pillow inside of a pillow. And now I'm going to stuff this pillow into here. It is going to be a little bit bigger. I'm going to be honest, I'm really surprised that it fits. I thought it'd be too big. What I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna mattress stitch this closed. It's not very exciting. Then I guess I'm gonna start working on the bag. Now it's time to work on this little bag. I think it is honestly really cute. I'm going to use this because I have it left over. So that's gonna fit into this bag. Fold over this edge. So that's what it looks like. And then this has to go into here. But before I can put this in, I'm gonna need to add the little snaps. All right, so now we're gonna do these little snaps here. These are kind of what they look like, and there's like 2 sides to them. I think I'm just gonna do one. I want it here, so I'm gonna have to cut 2 little holes. I don't know if I went through. Okay, and then what this does, we'll zoom in a little bit so you can see. You go through the little holes that I created on this side, and then you take this little piece. You fold it over, and you fold that. That is it. It's super easy. I thought it would be so much more complicated than it actually is. Okay, so then this one needs to go on the opposite side. All right, so now I have to sew this bag into here. All sewn together, and I have the little clip now. I need to put the ribbon. I don't know if I like how it's tied. Am I gonna need my glue gun? I did try to like tie it in a bow, but it just wasn't looking right. I'm now going to glue one. And then this is going to wrap around the bag like this. I'm just going to do one more and this bag will be done. Time for the reveal of these Halloween projects. Okay, so first up, we have this pillow. It is the perfect size. I honestly thought this was going to be way too small. It is perfect. Again, I did do the reverse. There's this side and then there's that side. And I have this pillow right here and it's almost the same size. I did not think that this pillow was going to turn out as big as it has. It is such a good size, and I know me putting that little extra detail of velvet fabric for the pillowcase might have not been a big deal for anybody else, but I love how it looks. I don't know if really, you see kind of how it has that velvetyness inside, so the whole pillow is just so soft, and I feel that if I would have done a cotton yarn or something, it might have made it a little bit too stiff. It just wouldn't, I don't know. I wanted velvet for the inside. I'm glad that I went with the black velvet. I was kind of thinking maybe I should go with like a green or like an orange or something, but honestly, I don't think I even saw like a bright green or orange, you know, to match like the little speckles. I think it looks pretty good. I need to get it into pillow shape, so maybe after like some time of me like using it, it will be more pillow-like. Little bit of a yarn review. I give it like an 8 out of 10. I think it was very easy to crochet with. It is very, very, very soft. And I think that the little speckles are neat too. I just don't really care for when yarn is two separate strings put together. I mean, all yarn is like separate strings all woven together, but two different materials. This yarn here, it was like the fluffy chenille kind of yarn, and then it was the strand with the little flecks in it. And I mean, it was okay to work with, but I just personally would rather have like the yarn have the colors incorporated into the actual yarn, but maybe it's just because of this type of yarn it wouldn't work. But I mean, like overall, I think it did turn out pretty cute. I still have to, you know, get it into pillow shape, but I really like this yarn. I did get this yarn last year. I think it was the same one. It might have been a little bit thinner if I think about it. I didn't get purple, and I'm really glad I did get the purple this time. I really like the color of it. It is, I know it's looking blue. This top that I'm also wearing is also very purple, but it's looking blue in the camera. I'm really glad I did get this yarn. It's so nice. Also, I love how it looks like the carpet from a roller rink. And just put that right there, and now it's part of my set. Okay, so on to the next yarn. First up, my first idea was this bag here, and it's just a little mesh tote bag. I don't know if you really can see the design of it. And then I did crochet two handles. I think I crocheted them weirdly. I think I should have crocheted them closer into the middle. And I've made so many of these bags, and for some reason I was just blanking that day when I'm like attaching these straps. I'm like, oh, I gotta do it from the edges. And I kind of wish that maybe I would have done them a little bit more closer into the center. But I mean, overall, it is a nice tote bag. It's a good size. It's probably the same size as most of the other tote bags that I have made. It is stretchy. Like, there is a lot of stretch in it. So very much like that other yarn that I had, if I put a bunch of stuff in it and then take the stuff out, it kind of goes back to its shape. I feel like this is going to be very similar. Like, yes, I'll be able to fit a bunch of stuff in here if I go thrifting or something like that. And then when I take it out, I feel like it is going to get back to its original shape. I do have to say that this yarn is very heavy. I did not think it was going to be very heavy. Now, I've never tried ribbon yarn before. This was my very first time crocheting with it, and even like just seeing it in person. I do have to say it was very easy to crochet with. I think it actually told me to use a 12mm crochet hook, and I ended up using an 8 for this bag. So I'm not too sure what it would look like if you used a 12. Yeah, so there is the first bag, and let's go to the second bag, which is also like a bonus bag because I was not expecting to make this at all. And here it is. Look at how adorable this little bag is. Oh my goodness. It is really cute. It is super, super cute. The little clip, right? I put that black velvet, velour, whatever material this is, on the inside for a little purse. And I was not really gonna do that. And then when I realized I had so much extra fabric left over from the pillowcase, I'm like, let's just turn it into a little bag. This bag does kind of look like a cute little like clutch purse, but honestly, I wouldn't be able to fit anything in here. I'm thinking this would be a good bag to put little project things in it. I probably could add a zipper in one day if I want. Probably could put more clips in, but I think just like one clip is fine. I could like store stuff in here, like maybe like a cute little pencil case, or maybe somewhere to put like my crochet hooks. Like I could literally open this up, put the crochet hooks I'm not using, hang it like on the wall, so then I always know where my crochet hooks are. Really like this idea of a cute little clutch bag, and that's kind of giving me other ideas. So sure, maybe this isn't practical for my everyday life, but this is giving me ideas of other things that could be practical for my everyday life. Like I would love to make another one of these bags, maybe a little bit bigger, maybe for Christmas or something, because that's coming up soon. Maybe if I find some really cool yarn, like novelty yarn like this, I could make another bag, maybe just a little bit bigger, put a nice little lining in it, add the cute little bows, and then use it as my like everyday purse. because you know me, I love a good tote bag. I love a good crochet purse. This is a single crochet compared to a double crochet. Even though the double crochet does have like spaces because it's like a mesh stitch, there's a little bit of a difference. This one here, the colors seem a lot more like dense, whereas these ones are just a little bit more spaced out. A little bit of a yarn review on this. Ribbon yarn, I don't really know if I would buy it again, just because the options to make stuff are very limited, because once you start crocheting with it, it gets very heavy and very dense. This, I couldn't make it into a hat. I wouldn't make it into a scarf. I guess you could make it into like baskets and bags and tote bags and stuff like that, but as like a wearable, no, it's very, very, very dense. This is a single crochet, right? Look how thick that is. It's very, very heavy. So that's good to keep in mind if you are going to buy any ribbon yarn. I know Hobbii does sell non-Halloween ribbon yarn, and if you ever wondered how it worked out, this is how it worked out. Very, very dense. So unless you want to make like, you know, one of those area rugs, if you want to make yourself a little area rug with this, it would be perfect for that. It is perfect for like baskets and stuff like that, stuff that needs a little bit more structure. Just keep that in mind if you are going to buy this yarn. It is pretty soft. It's just like shoelaces. It's the only way that I can describe it, is that this ribbon yarn is just really long shoelaces, but it is soft. Like, I'm not going to say it's not soft. It's pretty soft. You have to have the right project to use it. That's the only advice I can give, is if you have a project for ribbon yarn, then definitely use ribbon yarn. I love these bags. These bags are great, but the yarn, I probably give like a 6 out of 10. I don't think I would buy it again unless it's like such an amazing color and I'm like, oh, I have the perfect project for that. But I don't think I would go out of my way to order ribbon yarn again. In the comments below, let me know if any of y'all are working on cute little Halloween projects. Really do love the idea of making little Halloween accessories. I love this pillow. This pillow is so fantastic, and like this with the cute little bows, perfect. Yeah, let me know if y'all are working on any cute little fall or Halloween projects for this year. I can't believe October is almost over. That's crazy to think about. I love Halloween stuff, so I'm gonna use these probably all year round. That will do it for this video, so y'all have a good day now.